I'm a woman. I can't do this. Oh, they won't like me. I'm ugly. Look, I have a pimple. Look at my wrinkles. I'm stuck. I don't deserve it. I should stay home so no one sees me. I can't get dressed. I can't decide what to wear. No, I'm not worthy. I don't deserve this. I can't get dressed. Can't decide what to wear. No, I'm going back to bed. I can't. I am not worthy. You are gorgeous. I'm a magnet to good things. You are successful. You can do this. You deserve this. You're a leader. You're worthy. You are kind and generous. I am abundant to all that I do. I can change anything, and I can do this. With Empowered in Heels.
Welcome to Empowered in Heels. I'm your TV host, Suzy Tamasy, our only women's show on TV Chaar. We are so excited to bring this show to you. It's what is a passion of mine to always empower women. And we finally got it together and did a show for it. So if you would like to send us some topics, please feel free to send it to Suzy Tamasy, which I am your host, or to TV Chaar with any questions or any related topics that you would like us to cover. Just a little bit about myself. I am an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years. I do have a clothing line called Suzy Q Jewels. Please follow us, which supports women's shelters across Ontario. We do fashion shows, and we also have a magazine called Biz and Fashion, in which intertwines business, entrepreneurship, and fashion. What better more? And also a magazine called Empowered in Heels, which inspires women across the country. And it's a magazine solely about true stories in which we donate and supply to the women's shelters to inspire women. So we are so excited today because we changed up the show and we are bringing decor to you, ladies out there. So we have this wonderful, empowering woman online. And I would like to welcome her to Empowered in Heels and thank her for being our guest. It's truly my pleasure to empower women, and she truly will empower you today to get yourself, declutter, organize a bit, and help you with some decor. She honestly loves doing this, and she's been doing this for a long time. She loves everything in assisting, making your life simpler and colorful, and that magnet energy and passion that empowers people with decor and color. It really ignites me and attracted me to have her a part of the show. I would love to invite Ann Powell to our show. She has a company called Home Healing Hues, and she is an interior decorating person with decluttering. She can assist you to get your place in organized matter, especially with COVID home. We've been homebound for a bit, so with all the kids at home and the mess and everything, it's one of my problems all the time. But welcome, Ann Powell, to Empowered in Heels and empowering us women today. Thank you for being here. Love to know a little bit more about yourself.
Thanks, Suzy, for that introduction. I'm so happy that you invited me to be on your podcast today. You are amazing with all the things that you do, so I'm definitely honored to be here. So I'm in Oshawa, and I grew up in Oshawa. When I was younger, I was definitely into music and played a lot of instruments, and was always a part of sports and everything like that. And then when I started school, I went to Trent University for 1 year. So I went there, and then I went to Durham College to do business for a 3-year course. But while doing that, I was working like at Eaton's and a gas station. So I've always been more of a worker, I would say, than a student. I've never been a lover of school type of thing. So while I was at the gas station in my 3rd year, when I started my 3rd year, my boss had 2 gas stations, and Altamore actually approached me and asked me if I wanted to take over the 2nd gas station. So I was pretty young, like 21, 22, and I actually, excuse me, had the money to buy all the inventory and everything for the gas station and to have whatever money that they needed. So talking about empowering women, I was pretty well the only woman in Scarborough and Durham that had a gas station by herself, and I did that for pretty well 20 years because whenever we went to meetings, it was always men or it was women with their husbands. So I ran this for almost 20 years by myself. I didn't have very much sleep or anything like that, but I definitely did it. And even while I did it, I was still doing other things like Sears and Pampered Chef and all that kind of stuff. And that was when I purchased my homes too, and I decided that I wanted to get into decorating. So while at the gas station, I did 3 years of decorating at Durham, started at Seneca, and I became a decorator and had late nights and did that. So I did it as a passion because I felt that was something I wanted to do after having my own house.
I love that. So basically with being a decorator, you've come across a lot of women out there that are, women and men, right? That you've decorated.
Mostly women I work with. Yeah, for sure.
Is that why you wanted to do it, or is it because you just purchased a home and you had this passion flow that you wanted to decorate your home, or you wanted to help others?
I definitely wanted to help others. I wanted to do the same for others that I was able to do for myself in my home. And then, of course, once you start doing that, then you're helping all your friends. So you're helping a lot of women there once they, that they're helping you build your decorating business even while you're going into school. So then you're helping them out and everything too. So it's always been about helping people. I've always loved that. And
the best part of you is that you also do the decluttering part too, right? So you do the two combination, right?
Yeah, it's become a combination now. I've realized how important it is in people's lives.
Yeah, especially being so busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your pushing point to start your business? To get out of the gas station, and what made you just go full bound with the decor and get out of that?
So to start Home Healing Hues, that was more about, so that ended up becoming about healing. So that was being on the journey with my best friend 5 years ago who got breast cancer. So that's how the healing part of my decorating business started. When she was diagnosed, she asked me to come over with my colors. So her family room was red, and she was like, "Oh, Ann, can you come home over with colors? I don't want to go and sit in that room in a red room when I come home from chemo to recover," right? So I was like, okay, even though color has always been one of my favorite parts of my decorating business, I never really understood color. So going on that whole journey with her and, going to the hospitals, going to picking wigs with her, just pretty well doing everything, going to Hearth Place for Look Good, Feel Better. That was actually, it's kind of a funny story how it all came about, because it was after that day, I was just sitting there watching The Young and the Restless, and poof, I don't even know where it came from, but this idea, like, it just popped in my head saying, you need to help other people who are going through this. I don't even know where it came from. I wasn't even thinking about it. It just happened.
It's so true. Like, even businesses have specific colors that they paint locations by, and it's really crucial to know your colors for home and what it can implement in the way you think and your motivation and how you start your morning and everything, right?
Yeah.
Character wise. So can you give me a couple of input on that, and what colors is best to have, like, in a room for, let's say, kids to study, so that they can kind of function and concentrate, which is a big thing right now with COVID, that they're staying online.
Actually, that is a great question, Suzy, because that's what I was even thinking about, like, almost like going towards, like, with parents and their children, because now, like, even talking about decluttering, you need to be, your children having to be homeschooled, they need to be in an environment where, you know, there's no clutter around them. They need to be working in, like, the right colors and things like that, right? So everything always depends on the person and the child or anything when it comes to color, like, because almost every single color helps, like, with stress, with depression. You know, there's certain colors. So I would say, like, to bring peace and calm, like, while they're studying and stuff like that, then you'd want to definitely bring in, like, a blue. If you want, like, balance and harmony in your life, and you want to bring in a green type of thing. So it's like, you know, but studying in a red room, so that's the thing with red, like, it has opposite effects to it. When you're happy, red makes you happy and makes you energized. But when you're, you know, if you're frustrated and you're doing schoolwork and you don't want to do it, now red can make you angry. So your children can end up being angry by studying in that red room.
It's so true. Even their bedrooms, it's really important for colors for them to fall asleep and for them to calm down, because that's supposed to be their resting area.
Right.
Sometimes
I talk about,
too, right?
I do presentations on bedrooms, not only for adults, but kids. It's the same thing. And really, they shouldn't even have their desk or anything in their bedroom. But I know even with COVID that there is, like, people are trying to find spaces where they can have their offices in their room. So they're pretty well putting it in any kind of nook or space that they can.
Yeah. I truly believe that. Like, hospitals normally go for the blue colors, because I used to work in the hospital, and it's supposed to be calming for the patients that come in, right?
Yes.
And I know prison has a different color too. I think it's the oranges, because it's supposed to be calming and soothing to them. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. Like, does it really affect our day if we put on, if we see a color when we wake up? Is it something that would affect our mood? And
I agree that it does, for sure. Like, I just believe that color is very powerful, and it is powerful, like you say, like, from the time that you wake up in the morning, because, like, you know, you're even deciding, like, what's your mood, that what color clothes do you want to wear, right? Like, you feeling today, like, when you wake up, kind of thing. So, like, even now it's like gray outside, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, so many people, gray has been trending for so long, and people have been bringing gray into their home, and I'm like, why? Like, especially if it's just like a gray room, like gray and white and no other colors, because to me it's a very depressing color. And as you know, like, if we have this color gray outside for 3 days, everyone starts getting miserable, they're moody, they're getting mad at everybody. That's when all this anger comes out, right? So I definitely believe, like, from the time, like, it definitely does affect our mood from the time we wake up in the morning, whether it's in our own space or colors that are surrounded by us outside or anywhere.
I love that. Yes, I truly believe that too. And this is something that they can contact you about to assist them setting up their room for school right now, because this is a big thing online, right? For all the women out there that are entrepreneurs, we're all stuck in our homes and they're working in their offices, so it's not about kids, but even, like, everybody that's working at home now. Yeah, it's so true, because a lot of companies have closed down, have moved their employees to their home, and it would be great to have someone professionally come and set you up, right? Yeah, I love that. Sure. So what is the best type of decor that you love dealing with? Is it the minimalist? Is it the eclectic styles? Or is it the elegant style? Is there something that you love doing yourself?
Like when it comes to style for decorating, I would say that I'm more the favorite style is more the contemporary look kind of thing. So it's not a matter of like having nothing in your room, because I know like people that pretty well have nothing. It's more like OCD, because sometimes I'll even walk in and be like, "What? You have 3 kids? Like their house is like perfect, everything is in their spot." Like, we always gonna have a little bit of something like in the home, or even like show that your kids play and stuff like that too, right? But like my style is definitely more contemporary, and having like accessories and color and accents and rugs and all that kind of stuff, like doing the whole space, and also reusing things that you already have and things that you love, for sure.
I think that's what I really like about you, because recycling is such a big thing and helping our landfill right now.
Yeah.
And I see you do a lot of things like revamping them or reviving them, because things landfill, and we don't take that into account. So reviving things and getting things in a different way is a great way to save our environment too, and reuse what we have, right?
Right. And I did a lot of that this summer, and it's amazing the amount of, like, when I did a lot of my outdoor stuff this summer, even using like an indoor coffee table, and I used that outside and painted it. People were like, I inspired so many people. It was unbelievable. Like even my friends who didn't even tell me, she's like, "Oh, I was at the cottage, I saw your thing, and it inspired me to do the same thing." So it was really nice that a lot of people reached out and said that I made it easy for them, and to do that and to just spray paint and do whatever they had to do. So
that's amazing. And you also work for, like, do you work on your own? Do you have a team? How does that work? Do you have contractors?
Yeah, I pretty well work. I call it me. So after having the gas stations and employees and all that stuff, I now call my life me, myself, and I. So at the moment, I don't have any employees. I like that piece of me, and but I do have contractors for sure that will help anybody that needs to have painting or anything like that done, for sure.
Okay, and so with everything that's today with COVID and your business, have you found that your business has taken a downfall, or has it increased more because you do Zoom calls or anything of that sort?
So it has increased. So the other thing that I actually do that brings in my income while I'm building my business is I sell Hunter Douglas blinds. So I've been a certified designer for 10 years. And my territory was pretty well going from Toronto, Muskoka, Collingwood, and all that stuff. And when quarantine started, I was actually excited about it, thinking, "Oh, I get to have some calm. I get to do my color therapy course, figure out what I want to do with the business." That did not happen. I went virtual, like with decorating and the blinds, and I went nuts. I absolutely went nuts. And I think it was because people were now sitting at home like, "Oh, what do I do now? Oh, I need some window coverings. Oh, I don't like the color that I'm in. I want a different color," kind of thing. So I was working like 10 in the morning till like 10 at night. I actually needed to wind down for myself afterwards, after a few months. And I need some mental health. For sure. So. Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see that. You can see all the Dollarama DIYs that were going on, and people just home, right? So yeah, that
I thought
would be a great thing to do, is to get a decor person.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of easier because you get to show your products, and then it's easier. You don't have to travel that distance, right?
I love traveling the distance, honestly.
Do you?
Yeah, I would rather. I like being there one-on-one with my clients, like showing them, like, actually I did really well with color, even like virtually and stuff. One person I went just to meet to show it to her, but she was still fine with it. And like the blinds, doing that online, like didn't do any mistakes trying to match their whites and colors and stuff either. But I like being there. I like moving furniture. I love like being with my client, like being in that space with them. That's so long that's just what I love. But doing virtually, what came out of that was that I kind of like, years ago when I started this, and I wrote in my journal I want to be Canada wide, so I had like clients in Nova Scotia, so that helped. That way I get like leads from New Brunswick, like all in Canada now too, so people know what I do, that was the positive thing that came out of it.
That's amazing. And now you're going to go worldwide. So you might have other people from other countries contacting you. So
yeah, you never know.
From Australia.
Wow, I would love to work with them. Yeah, women with their
Right?
lovely Australian accents.
Or even, South America, you never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you
But
never know.
it's a beach cabin or something. Just make
And if they
sure
want
that
to fly
you
me
get a
out
free-
there, if they want to fly me out there, I'm not going to say no, that's for sure.
That's right. That's what I was going to say. Make sure you get a free ticket to fly there and stay there a couple of
Yeah.
days, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
With all that said, what is your best color that you love to work with?
My best color, I would say it's, I find turquoise is a really nice color to work with because it's kind of got that mixture of your greens and blues. So you've kind of brought both of those calm, peace, harmony, balance, and everything into like one color. But, everybody again is different, and undertones for colors and everything are different. And like some people like deep colors, like one person I know, like my friend has like a black bedroom and people are like, oh my gosh, that's claustrophobic and everything, right? But that's her. She finds it calming and cozy and everything like that too. And I can work with many colors because I love color. Like there's very few colors that I could say besides gray. That's my least favorite color. But the more color, the better. Like your top is beautiful. You have so many colors on today. Like,
Oh, thank you. I made sure I was going to wear something pastel.
Yeah, and I love your painting behind you. Look at that yellow. So yeah, those are happy colors.
Oh my gosh. And my condo, I used to have my condo turquoise in the living room and yellow in my kitchen.
Oh,
So I had to bring my yellow picture frame.
Yeah,
contain it.
for sure.
I love it.
Yeah, I love
gonna
it.
die.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah, it's such an abundant photo. So, yeah, it's my favorite color is yellow. So it's always been a yellow thing. So
Yeah, it's uplifting, that color. So you like uplifting and
yeah, it's peaceful. It's energizing. It's happy. For me, it's very significant to that.
right.
Most of my color hues are like that. My company color is a fuchsia pink for empowerment.
See?
Because it's women empowerment and stuff like that. And then the women shelters is the purple, which we combine the purple too sometimes in our fashion shows, right?
Yeah,
So,
and purple is energetic, creative. Yeah.
yeah. So with COVID, you shifted to a Zoom call. Is there any other shifting that you can advise other people out there with businesses, women with businesses, to shift their business and have it still go through this epidemic of everything that's happening?
Well, I think that since there's a lot of us women in like businesses that we really need to support each other, and like a lot of women now have groups on social media like to join. So yesterday I actually joined 5 groups, because they're there to support us. They're you can promote your business on there, so it helps a lot that way. And all those groups, I don't even know if any of them were in Ontario even. So again, that helps me to build my business and that. So, and you can take courses and just upgrade your knowledge and everything like that. And there's lots of grants for women out there to just help them and things like that. So
that's amazing. Yep, I always say knowledge is power, right? The more you know it is, right?
Yeah.
And because business is changing so much, you need to upgrade always and never stay stuck, right? So it's very important to you. Yeah. And it gives you that power to run your business. So with all that said, give me one empowerment out there to start your business. Like, is there something that you follow, or is there something that keeps you going to strive in your business itself that you say to yourself to empower yourself?
Well, I can definitely tell you that I've changed as a person a lot by loving the business that I do and being passionate about what I do. Like, I was more, I wouldn't really say it was more of an introverted person, but I was always scared about being, having people like look at me, right? So like being on a podcast and like, people saying, oh, this is Ann Powell, or having my pictures taken, or standing up on a stage doing a presentation and all that kind of stuff. So like for me, like if I can do that, then all women out there can definitely do it, because like if you love what you do, you're going to do anything that you can to build your business and do things.
I love that. Thank you for empowering other women out there to Because honestly, you should always try to push yourself to do something new, right? And don't
Yeah.
get stuck. And you know what? Our fear sometimes conquers us sometimes. So you got to push yourself to the next level and just try it. And after you do it, you just say, oh man, I did it. And I want to do it more. And I'll try something else. And it keeps you going, right?
Yeah,
So
it's so true. And like, I was always like, not always the type of person, but like, I've had friends that say, oh, like, what the kind of business are you doing? Like, I've had negativity come in from what I'm doing. And, approached hospitals. They said no. And the old Anne would have just gave up. I would be like, you know what? Nobody needs this out there. Like, I'm not going to do this. But because this came to me out of nowhere, and I thought like, okay, this is something that I'm told that I need to do in life. You just keep pushing and you just move forward, right? Like, and you think positive and you write in your journal and do daily affirmations and do anything that you need to just help you move forward.
Love that. And yeah, it's true. You're always going to have that closing door, but it shouldn't allow you to stop. You should keep trying. Even you can try a different avenue. Keep on pushing at it, and if you love what you do, it trickles through and it will grow. It will eventually get there. Just don't give up, right?
Yep, the 5-year plan.
Yeah, and look at your numbers. Yeah, don't do something that's not going to bring you the income that you need. Also, it's not a passion project only. You need to also look at the finance of it. You're not going to put all your money into this business, not make money back, right? So it's very important. A lot of entrepreneurs do that and don't realize in 5 years have gone by and they're still putting money into it, which I understand you love and your passion and everything, but you also have to look at how.
Yeah, that's 100%, especially starting out, like, with websites and logos and all that. It's like cost thousands of dollars, and like, I definitely haven't got my return back yet, but it doesn't mean you're not going to have it come back. It's just, it's not going to happen in that first couple of years, depending on what your business is, right? Like, so you just have to know that and think about that.
Yeah, and keep looking at your books every quarterly and yearly. Look at your numbers, right? And look at the time that you're putting in and what you're getting back. And the thing is that it's affiliated another company to help you build your business too. That's another avenue, is collaborating with other companies to grow your business, right? So it's very important to have something to back you up in that sense, right?
100%. I agree. For sure.
So with all that said, I need a decluttering technique from you. So let's say you're a busy mom like me. I'm a busy mom. I need a technique for me for the doorway. How do I get these kids to not put their backpacks in the entranceway, their shoes all over the place? What do I do? I've tried.
Oh my gosh, that's way too funny. Trying to change kids and like even husbands.
I know.
It's like, I don't know what that saying is, but something about trying to change something, you just can't, right? So, so if you want your if they're going to put their backpacks on the floor, like right when they walk in, then I would definitely, hang hooks up on the wall, maybe put their names on there, maybe make it like fun for them, whatever your kids' names are, put their names, and like when you come in the door, just like hang up the knapsack, boom, instead of putting it on the floor. Now it's not on the floor and cluttering my floor, so you put hooks up, you make it just for them specifically and things like that. And then shoes, you definitely, if you have a closet or something, then you need to get a shoe organizer so that the shoes can go in there. But the thing is almost to train them to do that, right? Like, and you'd want to try, I find with kids, you have to try and make things like fun for them. Like, I had a client whose daughter is like, had autism, and she's the same thing. All their clothes are all over the room and everything like that. But she hasn't done what I've told her yet. But I had, sent her pictures, but she loved the idea for her daughter, like, put little labels on saying, this is the drawer of socks, this is the drawer of t-shirts. Like, maybe it'll make it fun for her, and she'll be like, oh, this is my sock drawer, I'm going to put in my socks, kind of thing. And then it has like shelves and drawers and things like that. So you try to make it fun, I think, for kids more than anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to take you up on those techniques to do something, because I have to yell at him. And that's the first thing, you come in your door and you see these shoes all over the place, right? So it's like,
Well, you know, my husband was, I would clean the house and like the first thing you walked in and there was a closet, he'd pass the closet to hang up his coat and he'd go and put it on the stairs. And I got, there's the closet. You pass the closet to hang up the coat on the stairs.
I know, or that they put it in the dining room chairs, which I hate. I hear, like, you guys have the closet right there. Can't you just put it in there? No, they come and hang it on the dining room chairs, and then I'm coming in, and it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's a train of thought, right?
It is. Like, even on my presentation for bedrooms, I say don't have exercise equipment in your room because nobody exercises in their room. It's a place to hold your clothes, right? You take off your clothes at night, that's where you put it, on top of the treadmill.
Yeah, it's true. People think they're going to get up and go on the treadmill. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, it's about habit and routine for sure. Because even for my space that I created, my blissful space, like every night I take 10 minutes, I take out the glasses, I put the pillows back on the couch. So when I come down in the morning, there's no clutter. So, you know, it's about a nightly routine, just taking that to keep it up. So that's what you have to do. That's what another hard part is. You have to keep it up. Otherwise, it's just going to go back.
My friend gave me a great idea. She said, get one of those those little cooking alarm things?
Yeah.
And put it to 10 minutes or 15 minutes and say, okay, it's 15 minutes cleanup day. Everyone has 15 minutes to do something around the house. Yeah. And then when it rings, they're done. Right? It kind of makes it as a game, right? And then everyone's doing it, right?
And that's what I say, because like decluttering is all about your mental health for sure, right? So like a lot of people aren't ready for it, and I'm there to help them. I'm here to give them the nudge, because people get scatterbrained, right? Like, it's just like you're saying, like, so say if you started with your entranceway and now it's like, oh, nothing got accomplished there. Then you start with your kitchen, nothing's getting accomplished there. So if you're going to take that 15 minutes and take that 15 minutes every day to do just the kitchen or just something, right? So that you feel like it got done. Yeah. So that's what they always feel like they haven't. So do like little checklists of, you know, with the kids. Okay, we actually did this. We did this. And so then you feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah. She also said to give them 2 chores each one that they have to do every day, which is great because, you know, sometimes us women want to be superwoman and we want to do we need to give them so that they can take on chores too or do something for around the house because they live here too, right? So it shouldn't be all us women doing everything, right? And
like do a little board of stars or something. Oh, you got a star today. You did what you were supposed to do. Like, I don't know, just make it fun for them. Yeah.
I think I'm going to take that into account, especially with her being home. It's like, oh my gosh, it's even messier than before. So thank you so much for those little tips. We are going to go to a promo break, and we will be back with Ann Powell. Welcome back to Empowered in Heels. I am your TV host, Suzy Tamasy, and I have Ann Powell here assisting us with decor and decluttering. Welcome back, Ann.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you so much for your great insight on our first part of the show. I am loving it. I think I'm going to implement some of those tips for my son. So can you give me one decor idea that you can give to our audience today?
Definitely. So doing the decor project and doing ideas is it's a process. So it's about getting to know your client, asking questions, what it is that their vision is for their space, what they're visualizing, what is their style. So like, you know, if it's like the style that I work with, like modern or contemporary, like are they doing just like a brush up package where it's like we're reusing the furniture that they have and they just want like a color consultation and for me to move furniture around. So then, you know, I'll come up with different ideas of how to move furniture. A lot of people always feel that furniture needs to be against the wall, but it doesn't necessarily. You can bring in your furniture in the middle of the room if it's big enough and kind of create a cozy conversation area for people. You can angle your furniture. There's many ways to come up with different ideas to reuse furniture that you have if you don't have the funds to start new and to, do a do-over in your space kind of thing.
Love that. Yeah, because normally we tend to like put everything against the walls, right?
Right.
And we learned that you can pull them off the walls, and
Yes.
frames don't have to be all straight anymore, right? They can
Right.
be different angles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's amazing. So, is there one client that you've changed their life with decor and with decluttering, or
Yes. So
about?
even though I call myself like the wellness decorator, which is definitely different for other things. And the thing is that I don't even feel that I'm only a decorator, and I don't think that my clients feel like I'm only a decorator. I'm like their mentor for them. Like, I'll wake up to them sharing their feelings with me and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just about that. And I had one client that I met through networking, and she had depression. And that's the other thing with my business. It's like people always don't need it right away, because you have to be mentally and emotionally ready for me, like to do decluttering or to do whatever, right? So I had approached her and she wasn't ready yet. But then 6 months later, she was like, okay, time for me to create my space and do everything. So when I have my clients, I always have them, I ask them to write me a story, like their story. Like, why is it that you need my services? Why do you feel like you need healing in your life? So she wrote me a long story, and that's the other thing that I love about my job, that people just feel that they can trust me to like write their whole story about their life. So in her email, she said, "Oh, I'm always like on the computer writing things," and I was supposed to go do a consultation with her, and then I went to. I had a journal in front of me, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I just have this. I use my intuition too, and I just had this feeling she needed a journal." So even though she canceled our consultation because she was going on a trip and she was overwhelmed and everything, I said, "Oh, that's okay. Can I just come over and give you a present?" So I went over, gave her and she opened up the journal. And in the journal, I wrote, "The power of journaling is a lot more powerful than writing on a computer." And she came back and said to me, she wrote me and said, "Anne, you were a huge part of my healing while I was on my trip, and I filled the journal." So that journal is now on her shelves. In her room, reminding her that I brought back journaling to her. You know, we created this beautiful space for her. I even inspired her to do more of her creative writing, because she wrote 2 blogs about her journey with me on my computer. So I just wanted to tell you like a little bit about what she said. So she said, "I brought calm into her room and helped her visualize what it could be, a place to dream, to rest, and to have a bit of fun, a place to find hope again for the future." She said, "I'm more than just a decorator, I'm a friend, and I'm more than a designer, I'm a healer."
Oh, that's beautiful.
So
It really goes with the title of your business, right?
Yeah.
It's one of a kind that you really see the inside of people's homes, and I think it's very important to touch base and feel that to help you with that. And I can see that in you. You really truly have your passion, and you love what you do, and you do it with your heart, which is a big thing in running a business, right? So, and making that difference is a big thing to carry, and so rewarding to yourself. So I give you kudos today for empowering so many women out there. I love that. With all that said, is there one time in your life that you would turn back and change?
Yes. So we all learn from our mistakes in life, right? So like when I was talking about having the gas station, and then I became a certified decorator, we were just like, I made a good living. My husband was making a good living, and I decided, I'm just going to quit the gas station because I just had enough. Like it definitely changed over the years. And so I thought, I had my other business called Inspirations of Home, and I was like, I'm going to quit the gas station. I'm going to become a decorator overnight. Well, just so everyone knows, things like that don't happen. And that was when we started one of our recessions that we had. And my husband also had worked in the car industry, so he pretty well lost his job. So we had just lost like 2 major incomes by me also just giving up my job, thinking, as entrepreneurs and being women with our businesses, we can't get unemployment or anything like that. So we pretty well lost like all that income. So that is definitely a lesson that I have learned, and I would say to women, like, if you are working out there and you have a business idea that you want to do, like, if you're not financially able to do it, then don't just quit hook, line, and sinker, and, you know, do both for a little while.
I advise that too. A lot of people say, "Oh, just go for it," and whatsoever. But you just have to look at your circumstances and see if you can kind of pull through, because it adds a lot of stress to a relationship.
Yeah.
It's a lot of self to get right. So you need that peace of mind to start gradually and see it's going really well. Then it's time to let go, right? And go full time with your business. So yes, I agree totally with what you're saying. And that would be a really good advice for a lot of entrepreneurs to jump and fly, because it takes time to build a business. Even a business that's doing really well today is not really doing well anymore because of everything that's happening. Right? Yeah. So I love all that you've said. So with you being empowering to others, what is one empowering message that
so something that I always just say to people, just because I'm doing decluttering and everything, I always tell women or people in general just to, you know, we have to kind of let go of our past and live for the present and leap into the future.
Love that. Yes. Let go of the past. Yes. Because the past can drag.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, and that's the problem with decluttering, for people too, it's so hard for them to let go of things, right? So by letting go, it's helping us, like, having you live into that present by bringing those things that you do love into your space and helping you with your future, right? Kind of thing. It kind of all entwines together.
Love it. Yes, so true. And you know what? That's a statement really that would help a lot of women or people out there today to declutter and get out of having so much stuff, and contact and to help them so that they can start their lives and reaching the stars.
Look forward to something, right? Like,
leap forward to something. Reach for the stars, because sometimes it holds you back, right? From coming into a space and to coming to a messy place or a cluttered place and not having room for anything, right? So
you don't realize how much it changes your energy. You really don't understand how much the energy in your space changes, like when you make those little bits of changes in your life, right? Like,
and for your kids too, because we're supposed to set examples for them, right? So if it's something that they see on us that we do, they follow through and they copy us, right? So it's changing that and have them take a good example of what they should be doing, and hopefully they will follow through when they have their children, right?
Yes.
So I am so delighted to have you on the show, and thank you for helping and empowering so many women out there to get organized, declutter, and put in some decor in your life, right? And you know where we can contact you. So tell us where we can contact you. And
so you can contact me on Facebook at Home Healing Hues, and I'm everything home, so that now will be decorating, decluttering, but also my home staging and my Hunter Douglas blinds. So I have a new page called Everything Home. You can go to my website and contact me through there, www.homehealinghues.com, or if you want to chat, you can call me at 905-441-9472.
Thank you for empowering so many women out there and getting them organized from decluttering and getting colors out there into their home. Please contact Anne. She will get you to the next leaping stage, which we should be in, and not get stuck, basically. So thank you so much for being in Empowered in Heels. I am so blessed to have you on the show. You truly, truly helped so many women out there. And, you know, it's really important to start with your hands and put that aside. So it's very important. As I said, we're examples to our children. So we should be setting good examples, right? So this is a great way that they can start setting a good example and starting to look at their home and seeing how we can fix things around or get things done. If you don't have the time, this is where you get the experts, and Anna's there for you. So please contact her. Thank you so much for being on and Empowered in Heels. This show is for you, women out there. So please contact me, Suzy Tamasy. I am here for you, women out there, to try to push you to the next level. That's really my goal in life. I truly live by that. I'm so passionate and helping so many women out there and empowering them to truly shine like they deserve to. So thank you for being on Empowered in Heels, and have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you.